G'day folks, welcome to Big VTV Silly Season episode number, what are we up to? Six? Something like that?
Oh, it's pretty silly, look at this.
Well, there's a blue bag sitting on the table. There's a white hat sitting on your head. What is going on? What is going on this week? What are we doing? Why have we got all this crap on the desk? Mind you, g'day to Jordan Kirk. We got a free can of Kirk's lemonade from Melton, so we appreciate that.
Should we appreciate that?
Yeah, that's good. Good to see Kirky on the desk. Why have we got all this crap on the desk this week? What's going on?
This was a shameless attempt from Southern Pen to get some publicity on the show. Unsuccessful. Gone.
Oh, the ball too.
Better luck next time, guys.
Well, what's happening down at Southern Pen? Have they announced any coaches yet or what? What are they doing?
No announcements, nothing.
Nothing.
Just a bag.
That's how you get publicity on the show. You tell us things that are going on in your
Bloody
club.
hell. All right. Well,
We do have a fair bit today.
We do have a fair bit, so we'll get into it. First, league news
Oh, I
first.
haven't got much this week, but
Oh, rubbish. You got heaps. Come on.
yeah, not much I can talk about though. But we have had one additional youth league entry confirmed during the week.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Drum roll,
Give us a drum roll. Yeah, give us a drum roll. Yeah, good. Okay, here we go.
Youth league men, Keezy Cougars
What?
in Keezy Cougars.
Are they?
They are.
So, who's coaching that team? Do we know?
Yes, we do.
All right. Tell us who
You
it
don't
is.
need to know right now.
Yeah, I don't know if they've actually announced
No,
who the
they
coach is,
haven't.
but
It's a good one, though.
It is someone that's
Oh, I reckon it might be someone that coached in the league last season at another club,
I think
correct?
you might be correct.
There are very few rookie coaches in the league.
Someone
There's a lot
from the
of
northern
recycling.
suburbs, correct?
Well, let's just wait and see.
Okay, alright, fair enough.
And the team
Is Bodie still out of keys? Is he
Yes.
still getting a
He
gig?
is, yeah.
Is he still getting a gig out there?
Yeah.
He
still
just
is.
appoints
Man,
himself.
they choke every year and he still gets a gig.
Oh, wow, that's...
No, Bodie and I get along fine.
But
They did not choke last year.
Oh,
Oh, didn't they?
No, they didn't. They were absolutely outplayed.
Oh, fair enough.
They were.
yeah, full credit to Craigie Burnley.
Yeah. Were you there?
No, I wasn't there.
Was I there?
Yeah,
They were up 1-0
You rang me up during
home.
you rang me up during the finals and said Bodie's choked again. Here we go. Is that what you said?
But Kingsborough Youth League men, it's full mostly kids that have played in the Kingsborough program, whether that's
They're a
domestically or
growing
junior
program.
rep.
They are.
So that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Really good for their program.
Growing program.
They're not even holding tryouts. They've got a solid squad ready to
Yeah.
go.
There's
They've
a
been working
lot-
on it for over 12 months. So.
There's a lot of tryouts on at the moment.
Yep.
And you've just said something that we don't hold tryouts where I am. I know you guys have got
Yeah, we
tryouts.
do.
You've got a tryout for your spot every year. which is
Disagree.
interesting.
Disagree.
Walks in with a brown paper bag. Do you guys believe in tryouts or not?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And why? Why tryouts? Because there's a lot of clubs doing tryouts.
Yeah, it just depends on each club. Like if you're a club and you might have lost a few players that have retired, or it's not going to hurt having them because you never know who might walk in.
That's
Yeah.
right.
The old Miraflores rule.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
look, some clubs have better contacts in terms of being able to go out and recruit players, where there are other clubs that sort of, they might have a new coach that might not be as experienced with senior players, so by holding tryouts, you might pick up a few players. So I don't think it's a bad thing.
Horses for courses, you're
Yeah.
saying, yeah.
Absolutely.
Any
Gotta
other-
do your due diligence.
Surely there's more did. Surely there's more than that.
Nothing that I can announce at this point.
Do you agree with tryouts?
I think horses for courses. I think you've just given us a really good reason why, and a really good reason why not. And some clubs, can do it.
Suits
Some
others.
clubs need to do it.
Yeah.
Some clubs don't need to do it. I think that's a really, really good summation. young Nate.
Did you know we have approximately 25% of the membership transfers every season?
20
Players.
25%, yeah.
Love to know how many coaches on average change, or how many teams have new coaches on average, because there's not too many of us old dogs going around still at the same club.
Wily old vets.
A lot of coaches change clubs, there's no doubt about that. We might do a bit of, just a little bit of,
Bit of analysis
a
there.
bit of analysis over the next few weeks and find out.
Yay!
Yeah, you can have that one, Nathan.
The stat, we'll give it to the stats
It's the
department.
off season, we've got nothing to do.
No, apparently not.
No other diddy.
Nothing at this point.
That's it.
That's it.
Wow,
Trading
a bit more than that. Now,
Next
trading.
week I'll have.
Oh,
next
no.
week we'll have
Oh.
youth finalised.
He knows where I'm going. You'll have youth finalised next week.
Yeah.
We'll announce what teams are in what divisions next week. On next week's show,
No, I didn't say that. Youth finalised.
you know what I'm going to ask here as we
Yeah.
head into trading places? Have you seen the movie yet? Last week you said it's the off season. I've got bugger all to do. I'm sitting on my ass all week. I've got nothing to do. I'm
Well,
going to watch the movie.
Didn't he even promise?
He
I
promised
think he
to watch the
promised.
movie. Did you watch it?
I was getting jump shots up. Practicing, working on my game.
You got to watch it. You got to watch it. All right, let's get
We
into
need to
it.
put something on this. If he doesn't watch it by next week.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are we going to put
Well,
on?
we've waxed him. What else is
We'll
there
shake
to
his
do?
head.
I'm sick and tired of touching his body, to be honest with you.
No, it's not.
It's not a good thing. Okay, plenty of trading places. First of all, let's head down to Pakenham, Nath.
Yes, James Topp, formerly of Warrandyte,
Yep.
and Sherbrooke before that,
Yep.
Has signed on to play with Pakenham in their Div 2 men's team,
Yeah, it's
which
top
are
pickup.
rebuilding.
It's a
So,
top pickup. You're right, tip top. Now, can I just say something here?
Yes.
And great pickup for Pakenham.
That's it.
Really good
It's-
young kid.
Great coverage.
Well, can I just say, I'm a big believer in media releases. Pump your club up, get a bit of exposure, that sort of stuff.
Absolutely.
Did you read the media release on this?
I didn't get through it all.
Well, was it just a little bit over the top part of the
Oh,
pump?
that's awful.
There was a lot to digest, wasn't there?
It was a 3-pack.
Me-
Well, it was just a
releases?
little bit long.
Golden rules, short and sharp.
Yeah,
concise.
it was.
I can't believe you guys.
It was
Every
big.
week you're going, oh, clubs, send us in stuff, send us in stuff.
Oh, no,
The
well, that's
club
good.
sent you in stuff and you're paying
But the
them
club
out.
sent in James Topp to Pakenham. That's good. Bang. No worries.
Oh,
That media
you want
release.
more info than that.
Well, the Herald Sun put on 37 extra staff overnight that day just to get that media release out. That was a big media release. Anyway,
Moving
we'll
on.
move on. What's happening out of Diamond Valley?
Oh, well, the news happening
Heaps.
out of Diamond Valley.
Yeah, well, mainly the men's side, obviously. Matt Reynolds promoted, as we thought, to the men's side. For
And should be.
Yeah, absolutely.
And should be.
Will he start, do you think?
No.
Is he good enough to start at champ?
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, I think
It'll
that.
depend on who else.
Certainly
Well,
in the making.
I reckon he could be.
Well, when you say, I reckon that they'll ease him in,
Yep.
Yeah.
and then
Fair
no
enough.
doubt once he finds his feet, he'll be up and going. He will definitely be a starter by the end of the season for sure.
The other one is Chris Blickov's leaving Diamond Valley,
That's a shame.
heading off to Siebel to play for either Ballarat or Bendigo. I'm not sure.
Anything to do with schooling or moving or anything like that?
Yeah, often there are players that do go to Ballarat and Bendigo because they get into
School,
uni up
yeah.
there, so it might be something
That's a
around
big.
that age.
That's a
but
big loss, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
that's a big loss from their program.
he
But we
would've
wish
made
him well,
Yeah,
obviously.
he would have made the transition into
Yeah,
their
it's a
senior
big
team.
loss.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good job.
What else is happening out of DV?
Well, and I think there's question marks all over this
well,
one.
we don't often talk about this player this time of year. Hardly ever.
Player rumoured to go on DV men, Cam Rigby. He's come up
Cam
again.
Rigby.
He is the other Jordan Cannon.
The ultimate journeyman.
Mate, he's been linked to every state so far. Every club in every state's talking Cam Rigby.
Yep.
If they do get him, it's a good pickup though for their champ.
Wasn't he playing football a month ago?
I'm going to tell you, every off season, this one is different so far, but every off season we would have about 4 clubs tell us, oh, we're talking to Cam
Oh,
Rigby.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think Cam Rigby just sits at home and answers his phone and says, "G'day to people. Have a good season." Hey, we were speaking to Cam Rigby the other day.
Recorded messages.
I don't reckon he'll go there. I don't reckon.
But apparently he's in pretty good shape at the moment.
Oh, we hear that every year
That's the
too.
word going around. He's match fit and ready to go.
Really? Okay.
Also out of Diamond Valley, Fennell name continues to emerge.
Well, Brett
twice.
Fennell is there. Will
Staying.
remain, as is Sam Reynolds.
And
Matt Fennell is joining.
Oh, where did you get that one?
Just around the place, little birds,
Okay.
that sort of thing. But it's a great pickup.
So-
and it's to the
And it's a
rival
big
as
loss
well.
to Pauline.
Yeah.
and we
it is.
mentioned
Pauline.
Fennell. Eltham.
Eltham.
And we mentioned Nathan Truman last week too.
Yes.
In regards to Diamond Valley. So
Yeah,
Diamond Valley are definitely up and going at the moment.
Well, we thought this might happen, and Escort's out and recruiting, and I think they're going to put together a pretty good team this season.
I reckon Escort thinks you can give the title a sniff.
Oh, I love sniffing, yeah, for sure. What about Werribee? Werribee, oh man, as in titles, he like Sherbrooke 2 seasons ago, he was right there again. He was.
Not last
I'm
season.
glad you
He was-
clarified that.
Last season, wasn't it?
No, I'm saying he has a history of being able to get these teams together
Yeah.
and have a sniff of finals, no doubt. He's right there.
And look, and don't-
Werribee,
Yeah,
God
let's
help
just
me.
move on.
Yep. Carry on.
What do you think of me?
You
I
dug
don't
the
know.
hole you can get
Who wants
yourself.
to announce this?
Well, you can.
Sure. Werribee have announced their 3 senior coaches.
Yeah.
On the men's side, you've got Paul Jones reappointed to their men's team
Now,
that are going to
Now.
state championship.
are they going up?
Yes.
We confirmed that last
Yeah,
week. Did
Great.
we not?
Well, no, we didn't. I don't think we've spoken about Werribee going
I
to
don't know if
state.
we have.
Well, we have now.
Congratulations, Werribee state championship men.
That's a great move for Werribee.
Absolutely.
They've been there in the past. They've got
Yeah.
some cracking young kids coming up.
Yeah.
We've heard that
Cracking.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We've heard that
cracking.
Cameron Mitchell's been linked to there as an import coming
Oh,
in next
wow,
season.
that'd
So,
be-
well,
that'd be
that's
nice
certainly
pickup.
been the word at the moment. Whether that happens
Yeah,
or
I
not.
don't know.
Okay. Look, if he did, it'd be a great pickup. Be a fantastic pickup.
Well, if any import that goes in with this bunch of kids is going to be, you know, a formidable team
Yeah.
and champion, going to give everyone a run for their
Yeah.
money.
One
And
thing-
another good to see another Western Suburb team have a
That's-
good old
Yeah,
crack.
Werribee, they
Yeah.
get great crowds. They've got a massive volunteer base that help put their game
Yeah.
right on. They
Yeah.
do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
So I think they're really going to
New
show some of
stadium,
the state
yeah.
championship teams how it's done.
They got the Furnace, which is easily the coldest stadium in the league.
Haven't they come on as a club in the last couple
Oh,
of
yeah,
years?
they have.
Yeah.
Well, they have with their men.
Big strides. Oh.
We now want to see them do it with their women,
They've
and
got a
hopefully,
plan.
Well, this is a good
hopefully
start.
we can see that
Well,
rebuild. Yeah.
Just before we get to their women, on the men's side, Trevor Burnett is going to coach their youth men.
Yep.
But with their women, and I think talking about rebuilding their women's program, Lloyd Clayman is joining as their
D1
women's
We
coach
love
D2
Lloyd.
women.
from
Yeah.
Altona.
And it wasn't
The
Lloyd-
zone master.
wasn't
Yes.
the Zen
Which would be
Master
good
or the
in
Zone
the
Master?
zone
And
master.
considering the shooting percentage in Div 2 women, a zone's
Oh.
not a bad tactic.
Great
Yeah,
word.
go on, shit, I don't care.
Div 2 is going to be a lot stronger
Div
this
2
year
is
than it
going
was
to be
last
very
year.
good.
With Lloyd Clayman, he was originally linked with Altona's women's job. Yes or no? Because he was over
Early
at
on,
Altona.
he used to be
I'm
over
there.
going back a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's went up at Werribee. And look, if that kickstarts them, fantastic.
Yeah.
Because we really want to see Werribee's women's program back up and going again.
Yeah.
You've got to remember, they won a
And so
D1
did Werribee.
title.
Yeah.
They won a D1 title like 4 or 5 years ago. So,
Yeah.
And, you know, Lloyd,
2009?
or even shorter. Yeah.
Lloyd's been
Yeah.
an all-star coach for us at the Big V. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's coached in other state leagues. I think it was either South Australia and maybe Western Australia as
Yeah.
well. You know, that's a really
Good
good
news.
signing for
Great
Werribee, I
developer
think.
of youth as well, and
Absolutely,
they've got
yeah.
some good kids coming
Yeah, they
through.
do.
They just need to hold on to them.
Good
now.
news, well done, Werribee. And I reckon there might be a couple of players that will be announced at Werribee in the near
Okay.
future as well.
That'd be good for them.
So I reckon there might be a
Exciting
couple.
times for the Devils.
Yep,
Yeah,
good.
good.
All right, let's go out to the biggest news of the week. Let's head out to McKinnon. You can tell us all about this young man.
No.
No, come on, I want to.
No, it's not mine. You do it.
No, because
All right.
every week you bang
That's
on,
not
you
me.
bang on that all we do is talk about the bloody sleepy town. That's crap.
It's Sleepy Town.
You've put this up. You've been bloody.
You need to calm down.
Nah, you've been.
Can you just shut
giving
him
us
up by
non-stop.
reading?
All right.
Sorry, no.
Okay. Yeah.
There
The
we go.
Cougars have announced the signings of
He rang me up the
former-
other day.
Shut up.
Hey,
All right.
hey,
You want me to do it?
Hey, got news. Got news. Come on, let's go.
No, I didn't.
No, you did.
I hope he didn't breathe like that.
He often does. Come on, stop your
I
sooking.
think we all need to take a deep breath.
Give us the McKinnon news.
All right. We've signed Moses Adepoju, former NBL Melbourne Tigers development player.
Good pickup.
That's a
Good
really
pickup.
good pickup.
Yeah, if you saw on the media release, his arms are probably 3 times.
Imagine him and Timo in the key together.
Only
That was
three.
massive.
Good
Yeah,
pickup.
maybe
I
5.
like that.
And Jared O'Shannessy,
Good pickup.
very good pickup.
Yeah.
Shame.
What are you looking like for?
Big loss to his form club.
For
Jared.
those that don't know, he's come from Warrior
Yeah,
to
no, look,
McKinnon.
Jared's a very, very good player, and I'm sure he's going to be good for you.
Well, didn't he get a spot in your team? You guys are so stacked, you don't even have a spot for a gun shooter like Jared.
What else is been announced at McKinnon?
They've re-signed Timo,
Yeah.
Zane Allen, Adrian Mueller,
Yeah.
and this guy.
They've
Rightio.
re-signed him.
Now,
You're a signed player.
Yeah.
I've got the media release here.
There you go.
No, I've got the media release here from McKinnon, and this is an absolute,
Oh, I knew
this is an
this was gonna
absolute
happen.
disgrace.
I was wondering why you had 2 bits of paper.
Who wrote this crap out at McKinnon?
Our
seriously?
media,
Who is it? Name them.
Jess Mitchell.
Jess Mitchell. Right, fantastic.
Now, so sit back and
Moses, fantastic. Lots of good things about Moses. Jared O'Shannessy, fantastic guy. Lots of good things about Jared. Marcus Timmins, stalwart, excellent, fantastic. Talking about Mueller, talking about who was the other
Zane
one?
Allen.
Zane Allen, great stuff. Second last paragraph,
I don't know this was going to come up.
word for word. Second last paragraph. Big VTV superstar,
True. Fact.
sharpshooter,
Oh.
and lethal lefty,
Yep.
Oh.
Callum Sweetness Chambers,
Do they still call you Sweetness?
Yeah.
Oh.
returns
It's
to
his fault. 2000,
I know,
circa
I know.
2010.
returns to the Cougars for another season, right? That's how it starts. It goes on to if that wasn't bad enough, all right? If that wasn't overinflating the ego, the tyres have been pumped to about bloody 50
I'm a confidence player. It's good.
PSI. It goes on to say, Callum will provide another, and I quote, quality perimeter shooter who will, and I quote, stretch the defence. Mate, come on, what's going on with that?
Keep talking, Phil.
I tell you, he does stretch the D.
I know.
Many opposition coaches will say that they focus on him because they don't want him to score.
Nathan Vogt did it.
Do you know, last year, seriously, this isn't turning into the Callum Chat. By the way, congratulations on being
Thanks,
re-signed,
mate.
mate.
Cheers,
Yeah.
dickhead.
I'd
Could have done worse.
I'd have a chat to Jess about that, but anyway, can I just say that last season, the amount of coaches I came across in D1 men who literally as a part of their pre-match speech said to their players,
For
"Oh,
God's
we're going to
sake."
do this now, before you head out there. I don't want Callum Chambers scoring 1 point against us." And coaches literally did their nana on the side, threw the clipboard down when he scored a point. True or false? They did, didn't they?
That's true.
True.
That is
So
true.
it
He's a-
happened.
he's
But what
a
happens is
man.
I'm warming
Can
up,
I
right?
name the coach?
What happens though is I'm warming up, and then the coach of the opposition tells me to come over. I'm like, what? And he says, turn around. And he paints this big target on my back in red paint. And it's tough.
Who was
It's
that
tough.
coach? Who was that coach?
Arnold Giffording.
So just before we go on,
Yes.
the signing.
That's a great media release, mind you.
It is good.
It is fantastic.
Moses and Jared O'Shannessy are, I think McKinnon
Quality
needed a
pickups.
couple of players to come in, and they are
Yeah.
really good, strong pickups.
And
at
we
that level.
expect from here with McKinnon an import to be announced in the coming
Okay.
month
I
or
hadn't
so.
heard that, but yeah, that's.
Don't look at me like that. There's an import on the way. You know it and I know it. On we move, shall we? Jared Crowe will coach the Melton Youth Men's team.
Yes.
So still things happening out at, what do they call
Bread
it?
Life.
Bread Life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag, mate.
Hashtag.
I checked that Twit stuff out during the week.
How'd you go with it?
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
understand it. Got no idea what it's
Yeah, and Twit, somebody ripped me on YouTube saying that because I said the Twit was a pregnant goldfish.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently they don't have live births and they hatch eggs.
Well, I don't know that you
But
said last week.
It isn't a bit of an urban legend that they're called twits.
Yeah, but
I don't know if it is
But hang on,
factually correct.
I don't know who wrote that, right?
Yeah, I know.
But
Did you
said,
say it?
Yeah, but you said last week it's the name of a pregnant goldfish. It's not the name of their babies or whether they're in eggs or whatever.
No, but
It's-
I don't know if a fish can be pregnant except like some species of sharks. Oh, don't talk
Well, they've
about
got to,
sharks.
they've got
They can't be
they've got to be
pregnant.
pregnant to lay eggs.
Well, that's true. There you go. hey, no, convince me, convince the jerk.
I don't know.
I think we've just had an
An ads
ads
chicken
yeah.
moment.
I don't know that fish can be
Of course they're
pregnant.
pregnant if they're going to lay eggs. Are you kidding?
But they don't have a live birth.
It's going to be pregnant. The old... I won't say that. Anyway, let's move
The
on.
old-
Jared Crowe will coach Melton's Youth League men.
Yep, after spending a few years coaching at VJBL level, I think
Yep.
he's come across from Keilor this year. One exciting thing as well for them is the former Diamond Valley Championship men's assistant coach, Julie McCallum. He's actually
Yep,
going to be an
she coached.
assistant to Jared and also to mentor him as a rookie coach coming through. And for me, I just think it's fantastic to see a female coaching on the men's side. You know, you look at Laurie Chiswick was an assistant
Timsy.
coach, and Michelle Timms for the Dragons and the Titans.
Yep.
Sonia Knight used to coach Mount Gambier
Yeah.
and Seagull men to a national championship, and seeing a female coach on the men's side, I think
Terrific.
it's fantastic. So that's
Yeah, it
great.
is good.
More
Good
good
luck
news
to
out of
Julie.
Melton.
Yeah,
Broncos.
You guys love. No.
Club of the year.
on the bandwagon right now.
Hume City.
Red Life.
Now, last week we announced that Warren Taylor had left Craigie Burns D1 women as assistant coach and gone to Bulleen's Youth League
Yes.
women as an assistant coach.
We did.
And as of this time last week, we were 100% factually spot on. Until Warren Taylor's, well,
Press release came out early this week.
he's joined the Soleil Circus or whatever. He's done a backflip, triple somersault, and
Piked.
He hasn't piked. That's got another meaning. He's gone to the Broncos, and I've got to say, he's spent some time there in the past. Obviously, I reckon this is a great move.
So
I think
why?
this is absolutely fantastic. Hume City, I think they needed to get a coach in that was going to be there more than a year or two.
Yeah.
That's really going to help rebuild their whole women's program.
Yeah.
He's the perfect person to
Yeah,
do it, and I
he
think
is.
it's fantastic.
In the space of in the space of one day.
Yep.
One day, he went from assistant youth league women's coach at Bulleen
Yep.
to championship women's coach
Uh-huh.
at Hume City.
Was
what
he
a
ever
day!
actually appointed to Bulleen though, or just rumoured?
And I think it was your
Oh
rumour too.
no! I'm telling you, he was going to Bulleen without a shadow of
Wow.
a doubt. He was locked in. And,
What happened then?
And was actually congratulated Bulleen last week for understanding and giving him the go ahead to go to Hume City. So he was locked in at Bulleen. Make no mistake.
Well, that's good. And look, the news keeps coming for the Lady Broncos. They've re-signed the Wright twins, who are going to be mentored by Sharon Milner.
Sarah and Jim.
Yes, yep, which I think is fantastic. They're two awesome
Oh,
young players coming up. Sharon Milner's one of the best guards, in
Yeah.
the country. I think that
One of the best Big V guards to ever
Absolutely.
run around. I
I've
reckon.
loved watching the Wright twins develop. I actually
you'll see,
coached against
yeah.
them back when they were under 12. So
Wow.
Yeah,
back in
no,
the day.
Yeah, they still remember that.
And Sharon, mentoring them is fantastic. And they've also picked up former Ringwood Hawks player Jacinta Scott. She was a Hume City junior at one stage, so she's returned to the Bronco.
I reckon that was always going to happen.
Yeah.
Regardless of Warren, I think she was headed back over that way. Because she
That's
lives
a
in
good pickup.
Craigieburn, I think.
Yeah.
Plays for Ringwood, and
Okay.
she's just gone past the 23 age
Yeah.
mark. So in terms of youth, where she was
Yep.
playing at Ringwood, she played some scenes at Ringwood.
It's another
as well.
player that
She
can
got
score.
good minutes in state
Yeah.
too with
Yeah.
Ringwood.
Yeah.
Great pickup.
Yeah.
Good play.
Harun Kanzak, speaking of the Broncos.
Yes.
Well, he played a bit of juniors there back in the day before heading off to DV, and well, he's come home, and I think it's a great pickup.
That's locked in.
Oh yeah, I think so. I think it will happen.
And he'll play seniors there, won't he?
Oh yeah,
You'd think so for
he's
sure.
too old.
Oh, is he? Well, there you
Yeah.
go, yeah. And he should be playing seniors as well. So plenty of news out at Hume City. And
Which is great.
Yeah.
And it's good to see because I reckon unfairly, and we mentioned it here on the show
Yeah.
before, unfairly, I reckon Hume City, again, some of those people,
Oh,
nameless,
yeah. They've been torn.
nameless,
Torn down a bit.
and I think a lot of that on forums is very, very gutless. Well done to Hume City. I think they're steering the ship in the right direction.
They've got brand new officers out there, which they're all
It's great.
great stuff. Pretty
Yeah.
excited to be in. They've got good numbers at their junior competition.
Yeah.
I think Warren coming in helps add to the excitement around the club.
Yeah.
So it's fantastic to see some good news coming out of
The
here.
league is always more the better for a strong Broncos outfit.
I agree.
So it's
Agree.
terrific. Mornington, what's happening
Happens
at
every now and
Mornington? Oh, every now and again. Yeah. Can I just read out that press release again?
Go.
Very good.
No,
Big
no,
VT.
no.
We can't. Okay.
They didn't even use Callum the Gun Chamber Chambers. They didn't even use that one.
The gun chain.
That's pretty good.
You got guns, have you?
Yeah.
Show
Show
us
us,
your
show us your
guns,
guns.
Cal.
It's just not
Come
Come
actual.
on, let's go.
It's off
Is
season.
this Cal that bought
Went
7
back down.
kilo dumbbells and thought they were really heavy?
When that media release was written, did you have to give it the tick of approval before it went out? Did you know that was coming out written like that?
Didn't go say. I did put it
Lethal
up and turned a
lefty.
blind eye.
Big VTV superstar, sharpshooter, lethal lefty,
So
Don't give him any
Mornington
more
coach.
and quality, all in the same
Do you reckon
sentence.
they'll take the piss?
Then why did Arnie give me a call?
Come on, let's go. What's happening? What's that? Oh, yeah.
Offered me $5,000.
Yeah, sure.
I don't reckon he did.
I'm telling you, you didn't.
Yeah.
Div 2 men Mornington coach Mark Beckett, who's been promoted from coaching the juniors for the last 5 years, I think, and Demarcus Berry is going to assist him as a player.
It's taken them a while down at Mornington to just line all the coaches
Well,
up.
what's
They've
happening
been
now?
going through a
They'll be
fair
all
few
right.
interviews and so on, but it looks like they've cemented it all now.
Yeah, I think it's a good promotion. I reckon he'll be a good coach, Mark Beckett.
How would Demarcus Berry go as being an assistant? How do you reckon he'd go? Has he been assistant in the past?
No.
No. I think he will enjoy it. I think
He's obviously going to play.
Yeah, well, apparently when he signed at Mornington, it was for 2 years, so this is the second year in his
Yeah.
contract. And
He needs to have a big
He
season.
does, because when he was out of Coburg, I think he had a really solid season. But
Yeah.
his, numbers don't lie. They did drop off last
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
It's not. It is what it is. He didn't have a strong season compared to what his numbers were the season before. So hopefully, and apparently he does a great job down there. He runs a lot of junior clinics.
Yeah,
and,
he does.
Lots of kids go down, and that's fantastic. But at the end of the day, if you're an import in the team, you're
Yeah.
expected to
Gotta
produce.
get up and play
I
well.
agree. He's got to have a good season this year.
What about the women's team at
I was
Mornington?
wrapped.
Changing coach.
Wrapped.
Changing
Oh.
coach
The
down.
whiteboard's back.
Yeah. Come on, you can announce it.
Hey?
Let's go.
Ronnie the Flyer Ryer.
He's back in the
He's
competition.
back.
Wesley
Mate,
Snipes.
I know you're pumped. You've been talking about this all week. He's back.
I'm going to interview him.
what, every week?
Daily.
All right, so
He
some
was
good
one of
news.
the originals back in
He was,
1989.
Yeah,
was,
that's
yes, we know. So some good news down there at Mornington
So
as
that's
well.
Lloyd claiming at Werribee that Ronnie Ryer at Mornington, you know, as you said before, I think there's going to be a bit of excitement about the Div 2 women's competition
Yeah.
this year, which is great.
Yeah.
That's really
Some charismatic coaches as well, which is really
Yeah.
good to see. Blackburn, some news out of Blackburn with their coaching.
They've re-signed their Division 1 men's coach Paul Langford and also their Div 2 women's coach Adam Holden, so they're both locked in for next year.
I haven't heard out of Blackburn women yet, just in terms of retirements. We spoke to Beck Nathan, obviously, at the end of the season. She put her hand up and said, look, I think I'm done. Lauren Hall, we haven't heard about Lauren yet, whether she's going to go on and...
The rumour as of now is their squad's going to be close to identical to last year,
Okay.
so maybe they are going to go around. But it's still early, like, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Some more news out of Blackburn D1 men. Heading back there, had a season off. Now heading back there, Luke Solomon.
Yes, great pickup. He went up to Sherbrooke for a season. He was sensational for Blackburn the year before, and I think he's going to...
Just a finals player.
Yeah, exactly, and he can just hit threes from anywhere. I think he's going to slot into the Div 1 level really well.
Beautiful. Finish it all off this week for Trading Places. More news on Sherbrooke, young man.
Yep.
Heaps of news coming out of Sherbrooke.
Yeah, well, the State Youth Championship men. First of all, we announced
Victorian Youth Championship.
So, yep, Victorian Youth Championship men. They've signed a former Knox Raiders player, Josh Farragher. He's signed on there.
How will he go?
Done. I think he'd be pretty good.
Good little
Okay.
guard. Yeah, he's
Okay.
a solid player.
Yep, and
They're
they've
going to
also.
play D-League.
Oh,
I don't think
he. I
not
don't know.
last year, maybe a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
And this is the big one. One player that had a big performance in State Youth Championship this year, maybe headed up the mountain.
To play in youth or to play in seniors?
Playing youth.
Okay, fair enough. From Ringwood?
No,
Okay.
I won't make a comment about
Obviously, you
it.
can't give us a name yet.
No, I can't. But he's
I know
It's
reason
a
I say Ringwood
phenomenal
is
pick.
go back over the years. There's been a little bit of movement between players,
Yeah, sure.
Ringwood and Sherbrooke,
Yeah.
so that's the only
And
reason
look,
we have the main offer.
Daniel Smith, the Sherbrooke coach, is putting together a really nice looking squad at the
Yeah,
moment.
he'll be good.
And, you know, they're going to have some good kids that are going to feed through that team over the next few years into their
Yeah.
senior men's
Yep.
team. So it's all good things at Sherbrooke on their men's side.
Good stuff.
Can coach and can DJ.
Good stuff.
Again.
DJ Myth, hey, good stuff. So Trading Places, send us through the news, bigv.com.au,
That was a lot of
check it all
news.
out, Facebook,
Did
all that
seem
sort of
to be
stuff.
a lot of news
Yeah,
today.
good.
Yeah.
Keep it coming because everyone out there's, well, they're going on and watching every week and get this
That's
news,
right.
so make sure you keep bringing it through.
Oh, just a quick one. I know we're going ages. We put on Facebook yesterday about bringing back Defensive Player of the Year award.
Love it.
It got 101 likes.
Love it.
Which is a record on the Big
Love
League
it.
Facebook.
Wow.
Defense
That's
is
pretty
key.
overwhelming response.
Do you know what Facebook is?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. And to all those people that I haven't accepted your what do you call it, a friend
request.
friend me or something, whatever it is, I'll get to you. You got to do.
Media
You
people
got to
aren't
do your
supposed to have
time.
their
Take a
finger on
number.
the
You got to do
technology
your
pulse.
time.
Take a
Hey?
number.
Why isn't your finger on the
Well,
technology
I
pulse?
don't understand the whole tweet me up Facebook. I don't understand the.
Alright, anyway, googs me up. We're googing it up this
Well,
week.
you've got something special for us on
Even though it's
Googs
not
Me
very
Up this
good.
week.
No, it's
Take
not.
us through it.
Oh, well, you could. It is on Google.
Take us through
It
it.
is.
Come on.
Well, there's a video of yesterday when we were
Bit of action.
getting Monday near the State Basketball Centre. Looked out my window. It's a massive. The tip over the road. This mattresses burst into flames. And there was a massive fire. It was awesome. It was probably
How would a mattress just randomly burst
Yeah, just,
into
oh, look,
flames?
spontaneously combust.
The ridiculous thing is, that on the news, on the radio, right?
Yep.
All we hear is, and a warning being sent out to residents in Wanturna. Please leave all doors and windows closed
Closed.
tightly
Turn off your
due
aircon.
to smoke in
toxic
the area.
smoke.
It was pretty bad.
And you dingbats are out in the car park filming
Filming
it.
it up.
We weren't alone. There would have
We were
been at
first on
least
the
scene.
50 cars out there.
Yeah.
It was like the old drive-in on the dirt over there. It was just row after row of cars.
Accidents on Eastlink
Yeah,
because people
really?
slow down to
Oh.
look and just
Bang, it was crazy.
Yeah.
The old rubberneckers, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Good stuff. Anyway, that's Googs Me Up this
Yeah.
week. And right now, after Beth's explosive comments last week out of the box, which were just ridiculous,
Disagree.
where are we going now?
It's time to find out this week what is in the box.
Thanks, guys. This week in the box. Did you know the average person sheds 30 to 40,000 skin cells per hour and 3.6 kilograms per year? Imagine how much dead skin is lurking in your mattress. Ooh, back to you guys.
Good on you, Ben. The old mattress back meant something else in my day, but
Mattress back?
well, yeah, maybe things have changed in the world these days.
Wait, it might have. It might not. It might not have.
You know where I'm going, don't you? Anyway, good on you, Beth. Well done. Time now.
There he is.
He's been very good, the great man upstairs.
He's been in fine
Oh, I'll
form.
tell you what, he left no stone unturned last week. He had a crack at certain people trying out at clubs last
I think
week.
it's a fair call.
Well, let's head up to the great man. Oh, we can't quite see through the clouds. I want to see what he looks like, the great
The
man.
toxic
above.
cloud.
The toxic cloud.
You know who he reminds me of? The guy that used to be on Home Improvement, Al over the fence.
Well, let's head upstairs to the great man above. We'll see you next week. Let's see what words of wisdom he has.
Thou who writes a media release and uses the terms superstar, sharpshooter, and lethal lefty must make sure that the player can actually, play. The great man has spoken.
School is out and it's sort of a buzz.